Hey everyone! Have you ever wondered how a professional layered card looks so dimensional and magical? How a flat paper turns into a stunning dimensional project? Well, the secret behind it is a layering technique. Yes, a layer can completely transform a flat card into a breathtaking 3D masterpiece. So today's tutorial, I would not only be showing you this project, but I would also be teaching you the technique as well. Now, you must be thinking why learning the technique is important. It's because if you know the technique, you can make any project you want. Also, I'll be showing you exactly how I built depth, dimension, and drama using the layering technique, handmade flowers, embellishment, glitter, and tiny decorative details. So, first of all, I prepared the card base, which measures 3 by 4 by 7 inches. That I pasted on a golden mirror cardstock, and after that, I am going to paste it on a white color cardstock. Now here if you see, first of all I am giving a layering with the pattern paper, golden mirror cardstock, white color cardstock and some other colored of pattern papers. Now you can play along with the pattern paper design. Now here I choose a little detailed pattern paper which has lots of floral design. This I have cut out keeping in mind that I give 1 centimeter of border to my first layer of pattern paper. So the first rule of making the card is whenever you are choosing a pattern paper, make sure that you are using a two different set of a design, which means one design should be a bit of cluttered or detailed design and the other one should be the one which has less design. I pasted this detail pattern paper directly on a white color cardstock, which I am going to score and cut out all the extra paper now. After that, I am going to cover all these white color cardstock with a pattern paper. Now here I started the process by doing some random stamping. I am using the script stamp here. So this is the stamp set which I bought locally and you can use any stamp which you have in hand. Just keep in mind that it should have a smaller design or a font in it. After that, we would be needing some piece of scrap papers. For this, I usually keep all my scraps after cutting all the pattern papers for any of the project. And then I use this small die. So this was a die for a torn page and that I have cut out. I have also took a page from one of the old book which I was having in my hand. And these are few of the tags which was part of the pattern paper. Now recently I bought this die set which has this real sort of a die cutout design which I thought of using it for my background. Here I am also using vellum sheet which I am tearing it and I love that tearing effect for my layered cards. Also if you feel that your pattern paper is little more saturated or cluttered in design, to make it subtle you can use vellum sheets. Now the first step is adding these layers one by one on top of each other. For this, we are roughly going to arrange all these designs. We'll see that how it is going, like what side of the pattern you want, where you want it. So you roughly do all the arrangement, you give time and then you decide it. It is not like that but whatever you are placing for the first time is going to be final. So you have to do lots and lots of mix and matches, and this is the part which takes the most amount of time. Now here I'll be increasing the speed of this video and I will show you that how I pasted it one by one. I have used a chipboard sheet beneath every layer, which you can see in this video further. Well, layering is a technique more about observing it rather than explaining you by word. And I hope that you observed it really nicely that how we get the layerings and add each layers one by one, keeping in mind giving a dimension to every layer. Now here, once we have done the background with all these scrap pages, I started adding the elements which I have fuzzy cut out from this pattern paper. Now again, if you observe it, I have added a cotton lace beneath this building, and then I've added this building cutout using a chipboard sheet beneath it. Similarly, we are going to add few more pieces to the side of this building because we also need to make sure that the elements are not wobbling. We have to make it sturdy enough. So keep in mind that while adding your dimension or the chipboard pieces, you keep on checking whether your any of the design is wobbling. If it is the case, then you can add some extra piece of chipboard beneath that, and that is going to make it sturdy. Now, once you're satisfied with the arrangement of all the elements, it's time to add those wonderful dimensional flowers. I have already designed my fabric flowers, which was on the same color theme of this pattern paper. And I have also made some other color theme of flowers as well, which was working as a filler flower and the side flower for my card. As I always say in many of my videos that whenever you put the main flower, make sure that you are putting some side flowers as well as some filler flowers as well, because as the main flower is important, similarly the smaller and the filler flowers are also very important. And trust me, you will see a huge difference in your work when you start adding the side flowers, filler flowers, and the foliages along with your big flower. Now comes the optional step. At last, we are going to finish our card by using some mixed media stones. I use different size like small, medium and the big one. You can also use some micro pearls instead of these mixed media stone. Also, I'll be using some sequences to decorate my card along with some glitters on flower. And after adding this, this is how my card looks. Just look at the detailings of card, how wonderfully it has turned out. Now we left with the inside part of this card. For this, I have done the fussy cutout of the design from the pattern paper, and I have also decorated some of the sequences on flower to make it look more beautiful. Now I am going to paste it. As you can see in this video, we are just going to make it as a pocket which can hold our tags or the photo mat along with this. So we call these type of pocket as a tuck-in pocket, and you see me making these type of pocket especially for my cards. So I simply applied glue to three sides of this fussy cutout design and then I pasted it. And just look at it how wonderfully it is able to hold the tags. And with that, our today's beautiful card is ready with full of layering technique and creativity. Thank you so much for crafting along with me. I hope this tutorial helped you to understand how layering can add beautiful depth, dimension, and storytelling to your handmade cards. From building the background layer by layer to adding handmade flowers, embellishment, glitters, sequences, and those tiny finishing details. Every element come together to create a unique 3D effect that truly brings your handmade project to the life. If you enjoyed this tutorial and learned something new, don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with your crafty friends. Your support truly means the world to me and help me continue creating more inspiring video for you all. Until next time, happy crafting.